What's up, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel. So I've got another food review for today, and today it is none other than Tim Hortons. So I've got a Tim's bacon cheeseburger, a crispy chicken sandwich stack, some lettuce fries. I've got a small tropical cooler, which is this bad boy, 3-piece tenders, and a 6-box of donuts. Let's get into it. Oh, there we're falling out. We have got 3-piece chicken tenders, if you can see those. A limited edition crispy chicken, but if you're after this, you might need to get down there quite soon. The bacon double cheeseburger. Where do we start? Let's get one of these open. Here's the mayonnaise. Oh, that looks delicious. Let's get right into it. Not bad. For any of you that haven't had Chipotle before, it's got a little bit of a kick to it. Nothing much. It's not going to say it's spicy, but it's definitely a mayonnaise base. It's tasty. Not much else to say about that. Fries are good. I do tend to like a funky fry, so they're not bad at all. Wouldn't mind if it was a little bit crispier, but it is what it is. So for chips, I'd maybe give them 5 or 6 out of 10, something like that. Not great, not terrible. What should we get into next? Let's go chicken burger, as it's limited edition. So with this one, I believe there's like there's a hash brown, or there's something inside it, which there is. Let's see what we've got in here. We have got, looks like chipotle mayo, a little bit of lettuce, some sort of hash brown, and then there's the chicken burger. Normal mayo, a bit more lettuce. Let's get into it. Now that, I do not mind at all. I sometimes find when they add extras into a burger, it can be a little bit much, but I don't know if it's the combination of the 2 sauces or if the spice of the chicken, but that's really nice. I would definitely buy this again. I'd say that was good. I reckon that's a solid 8. Solid 8 out of 10. You can't go wrong. How much was that? So it's £8.90 for that and the chips. I don't think that's too bad at all. So next, we'll go for the bacon double cheeseburger, because I do like a nice beef burger. So in here we've got 2 patties, some cheese, we've got a nice bit of bacon on top, bit of ketchup, mayo, some gherkin. It's your standard burger, by the looks of things. So let's give it a try. It's definitely different to your other fast food chains, but not in a bad way at all. I like the fact it tastes different. There's not much else to say about it, if I'm brutally honest. It's a good burger. It will definitely hit the spot if you're after a bit of beef, but that's about it. I would say probably I've been more impressed with the chicken burger. That had a bit more flavour to it. A bit of a normal double cheeseburger, but I'm still going to eat it all. Tell you what, let's try a bit of this. See if that improves it. It's nice. Again, I'd go maybe a 7 out of 10. Would eat again, but wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to eat it again. All we have left now is the chicken tenders. They don't look too bad, straight out of the box. You can see that there. A little bit on the small side. Good to compare them to the other famous fast food chain that do a similar thing. They are definitely smaller, but let's see how they compare. Not bad. In actual fact, quite good. Not dry at all. It's a delicious herby sort of flavour to the breading they've put on it. Let's try a bit with that. The sauce. Again, very much eatable. Would happily eat again, but this sauce definitely makes them better. I'd say I'd go 8 out of 10, 7.5 maybe, 8 with the sauce, but I'm happy. My belly's getting full, so I can't complain. Right, and now to wash it all down, what flavour was this? Small tropical cooler. So I think this is just like some sort of juice drink that they freeze. Obviously it's defrosted a little bit by now, but I mean, it looks quite nice. It looks quite refreshing. I don't know if you guys can see that up there as well. Well, it smells nice. Definitely smells tropical. Yeah, and it's refreshing. What more can you ask for? On a summer's day, that would go down a treat. It's got a lot of flavour without tasting fake. It definitely tastes tropical. And you know what, for a refreshing drink, I'd say that's a 10 out of 10. It's freaking delicious, to be honest. And if it wasn't as cold as it is, I'd probably neck off the whole thing. Delicious. Pop that over to one side. Now, some of you might have caught when we first started the video, when I read out what we have, that I also bought a box of donuts. And I think it's 6 donuts, $8.99. Not a bad deal at all if you ask me. So let's get into it. Now here we have, and I don't know what we've got. All I did was purchase the box. So you're about to find out, as I find out, what we have. Oh my gosh, look at those. Can you see those there? How good does that look, eh? Now I can't tell you what they are, but I know that they look nice. So where do we start? Let's get into this one first, because it looks like, I assume this is going to be their original glaze. So let's give it a try. Nice. I'm going to assume it's some sort of syrup, maple syrup, I would imagine. It's definitely got that flavour to it. It almost looks like it's got some seasoning. I don't know if you can see inside there. And there's definitely something they put in the dough to give it some flavour as well. But it's nice. No complaints at all. Now I'll wash it down well as well. Let's have some more of this. Delicious. Right, where to next? Let's just work our way around, shall we? Let's get ourselves into this bad boy. I don't know if any of these are filled or not, but this one's apparently not. So this one's have some sort of maple glaze, or just a normal original donut. Yeah, my guess was correct. It's good. That's really good actually, I prefer that to the first one. They're a bit heavier than I imagined. Not in a bad way, but they're definitely a slightly denser donut than to what, I don't know, maybe the UK is used to. But they're nice. I do like the maple glaze on it. It certainly gives it a bit more of an attitude almost. But I like these. Nice. Don't know if you heard that, but I'm making a bit of a mess. So here we have, again, what looks like a normal original with some icing and lots and lots of sprinkles, or hundreds of thousands. It's okay. I like that the sprinkles add a bit of texture, a little bit of crunch in there. Not necessarily overwhelmed by the flavour of it. It's quite standard. But it's still it's an okay. It's better than what you'd get in a supermarket, say. So can't complain too much. Now then, visually, probably the one I was looking forward to most, as I'm going to assume it's maybe like an apple or an apple cinnamon. It looks like a knot as opposed to a donut, covered in some sort of delicious glaze. Let's get to it. Mmm. Mmm. Delicious. It is cinnamon. It's not apple. It's kind of like a cinnabon, I guess. 10 out of 10. Delicious. Would eat repeatedly if I could. Right, on to the next one. And again, this looks quite delicious if you ask me. Oh, it feels a lot airier, quite a lot lighter. Oh god. Again, delicious. Tastes slightly different. I don't think this is the maple glaze. I feel like this is maybe honey, something, but completely different to the others. But again, delicious. I feel like I've almost saved the best till last by accident here. Those two are a winning combination. Now the last one. Now, surely this one is filled with something. At least I'm hoping it is. Find the filling. Maybe not. Maybe not at all. So it's got a chocolate icing on this one. Oh, no, there is some filling. There it is. Don't know if you guys can see that. There's not a huge amount of it, but it's essentially a chocolate custard. It tastes like decent, not as good as the previous two, and maybe I would have preferred it if I hadn't already had the previous two. But again, a good donut. Easy if you're on the way home from somewhere and you want to grab just a sweet treat. I'd happily eat these again. Pop by, pick up a box, off home, on the sofa, down they go. Delicious. So, just for a bit of comparison's sake, I did also buy a few donuts from a very well-known brand, Krispy Kremes. I believe one of them in here is one of the new ones, which is called the Brookie, if I remember correctly. So we've got a strawberry filled, we've got a salted caramel, we've got a Brookie, and then of course we finish off with a Biscoff. Let me give you a bit of a close-up so you can see what we're working with here. See that goodness. Now, for all transparency, one of these donuts is my favourite donut. I already know that one's going to win the day, so we'll save that one till last, and that one is the strawberry cream. So I think we should probably start with the new one. Don't mind that they're a bit squashed, okay? They still taste the same. So this is the Brookie, and if I believe right, it's an original glazed with some Biscoff crumb. I think it's maybe a Biscoff cream, could be wrong, and then cookie pieces, or cookie dough. So let's get right in about it. It's nice. It's very sweet. But if that's your thing, then it's probably knocked it out of the park. One or two of those would completely wipe out my palate. If you're after a little sweet treat, again on the way home from work or after a night out, you're onto a winner with that one, to be honest. We've just had a bit of Biscoff flavour, so let's avoid the other Biscoff for now. Let's jump into the salted caramel. Let's see if we can find, there we go. That's what we're after. There's the salted caramel inside. Delicious. I think texturally, I prefer these. If I was to summarise all of these as one, they are definitely heavier. The batter they use is definitely thicker for the actual donut. So I would say that the Krispy Kremes are lighter, albeit very sweet still. Salted caramel. If anything, put more salt. Add a bit more salt into that because that could be taken further. Still nice though, don't get me wrong. Right, back over to Biscoff. Now I don't need to tell you what these ones taste like because everyone loves Biscoff, which is why it had to be included. Let's see if we can find that filling. There it is. It's just about showing its face in there, if you can see that. Tastes like Biscoff. Don't know why it wouldn't, because it is covered in it, it's filled with it. 10 out of 10. Now last but not least, and this one I essentially got for me because, you know, why not? It's the strawberry and cream. So let's see if we can find that filling. There we go. You can see it in there, right at the back. There it is. Let's get into it. This is what I've been waiting for. They're so good. I do love my sweet food. The bit of freshness that the strawberry gives with the cream just takes it away from being almost too sweet, a little bit too sickly. I could eat an entire box of these with ease, and maybe I will. Personally, I think the Krispy Kremes are nicer, but should you want to try something new, some new flavours, I definitely think the Tim Hortons would be worth a go. Go for the honey, go for the cinnamon, because those two were 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching. We'll be back soon. Peace out.